Hey folks, Yishai Fleisher here. One of the most exciting ideas that have been floated recently for the future of the Middle East is the Trumpian solution to move Gazans out of Gaza. I mean, Gaza is destroyed. There is no future seemingly in the near future in Gaza. And so therefore, the idea is to move them to Egypt or to Jordan or somewhere else. Let's take a look at what Daniel Fletch told Fox News.
Trump said that he wanted to, quote, clean out the Gaza Strip after it was destroyed during the Israeli war, the Hamas war. He's urging Jordan and Egypt to take in refugees, either temporarily or for the long term. Both countries have rejected the idea. Daniel, your reaction?
Well, Maria, it's an interesting thing about this war, and indeed all wars with Israel, is that unlike Ukrainians who fled Ukraine in 2022, millions of them after Russia continued its invasion, you don't have Gazans leaving Gaza. Palestinians are not allowed to leave. They can't become refugees. And why is that? It's largely because the Arab world knows two things. One is if they leave, then they're likely to cause instability and even death and destruction in every country that they then visit. That's what history tells us. The king of Jordan's, his own grandfather, was assassinated by a Palestinian. And secondly, the Palestinian people want to stay in Gaza, at least the world wants to keep them there, because it keeps the 1948 war alive. If you don't have Palestinians in Gaza, they can't claim the right to return anymore, nor should they. But that's really the main purpose. And so it's great of President Trump to think outside the box, to try to break this regional taboo. And particularly for Gazans who want to leave, why should they not be allowed to relocate, particularly if, as they are intending, Hamas will remain in power, or at least have a presence in the Gaza Strip when this war is over?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, so the Gazans want to leave. Gaza's been destroyed. Many of them don't want to live under the thumb of Hamas. And so it's a simple solution. Let them leave to their nearby Arab countries. But the foreign minister of Iran, his name is Abbas Araghchi. He's got a different plan. He doesn't think the Gazans should leave. He thinks the Jews should leave. Let's hear what he's got to say.
Is something else. Instead of Palestinians, try to expel Israelis. Take them to Greenland so they can kill two birds with one stone.
What a great idea. Take the Jews out of the land of Israel, the only Jewish state in the world, amongst 23 Arab countries, amongst over 50 Muslim countries. Kick out the Jews, send them to Greenland. So Abbas Araghchi from Iran, well, we know what he's about because the Iranian government, the Iranian mullah regime, wants to destroy Israel. They've created proxy wars around the world, or certainly around the Middle East, but also in other countries where they've set up shop to try to destroy Israel, right? In Yemen, in South Lebanon, in Gaza, and they have their cells around the world. We know that they're dedicated to the destruction of Israel. So this is a great opportunity for him to float a new idea, which is to get rid of the Jews. That's understandable, but Israel is the only Jewish state amongst 23 Arab countries and over 50 Muslim countries. So basically, he wants to eradicate the Jewish state. And there's a big difference between the Gazans and the Israelis. The difference is the Gazans want to leave. Israelis don't want to leave. We want to live in our ancestral homeland. The Gazans want to leave. Take a look at this sad Gazan and what he has to say.
أنا مش ملاقي داري وينها يا مرتزقة يا خوان يا جواسيس وينها يا قاسم سليماني وين داري وين جينا نجري بالحسب الندور حسبنا الله ونعم الوكيل فيكم يا أجندات يا مرتزقة يا جواسيس يا حي يا جاسوس يا أسامة حمدان يا جاسوس يا عميل اتفوا عليكم يا كلاب اتفوه في الشدور يا عالم مسحوا ذكرياتنا.
So the war that Hamas brought upon Israel, it also brought upon itself. And Gaza has been mostly destroyed. It's really unlivable. And this man is out there yelling. He's not yelling at the Israelis who most likely destroyed his house. No. He's yelling at those who brought the war upon Gaza, the Hamas, the Iranian leadership. He talks about Qasem Soleimani. That's an Iranian general. So he's picking out the bad guys and he's saying, you guys brought this war upon us. He's not listening to Abbas Araghchi, who says, let's kick out the Jews. He says, we should kick you out, the jihadis. You brought this upon us. You brought this hell upon us. And now our Gaza is destroyed. Comes President Trump and says, okay, let's move them out. Let's rebuild Gaza. Let's find a better way forward, a way that's not jihadist, a way not of terror tunnels and hostages. Let's move forward. Give these decent people an opportunity. By the way, that man who got up there and yelled at Qasem Soleimani, my guess is he's already been shot dead. That's right. There's tons of videos of Hamas finding anybody who they deem as a collaborator. That is, anybody who has said anything against Hamas, which is many people, anybody who has said anything pro-Israel, and anybody who has found food without paying for it from Hamas. They have been shot either just in the legs and the kneecaps and the thighs, and many have been murdered. There are horrible videos, and I would show it to you here if it wouldn't knock this video out. But the point is that this man, by yelling against Hamas and against Iran, he has endangered his life. What President Trump is saying is maybe he should get a new lease on life, a new opportunity in Jordan, in Egypt, maybe even in Syria or in Indonesia, someplace else. Start a new life, a life without jihad, a life without the Iranian regime, a life of opportunity, not a life of war against Israel, which is a dead end, which has led to nothing but a curse as opposed to a blessing for Gaza. I think that Trump, if he indeed pushes this through, it'll be a real change for the Middle East. And Israel will thrive, and also peoples of Gaza will thrive in their new home. And in general, the subduing of the jihad will be better for more people in this region. All right, folks, I hope you enjoyed that important discussion about Trump's vision for renewed Gaza without bad guys and with civilians having an opportunity for a new life. Join us at fightforisrael.org, where we fight to build Israel and strengthen Israel and make Israel more godly. Fightforisrael.org. You could always write me an email, yishai@yishaifleisher.com. And I'd love to hear from you and your opinions about the future of Israel and how we can make it stronger together. And of course, check out buymeacoffee.com/Yishai. That's a great way to support our programming and our team that tries to make great video about truth and courage. Bezrat Hashem, with the help of God. God bless you, folks, wherever you are. Stay tuned, stay strong, stay connected. We'll see you soon, and shalom.